What is poppin', guys? You got your coach of the Gym Chargers here for our GBA quarterfinals team analysis, or playoffs week 1, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to be taking on Tom, coach of the San Jose Sharpedos, once again for a rematch. I think we faced earlier in the season at some point in time we did, and now he actually made it to playoffs, which is cool, since I think, did he make it with a 6-win 6-loss differential? But he was able to, he was like one of the last ones not to get cut. I think it was him versus Chase or Crimson Seabed, and he actually pulled off a win and he made it to playoffs. So he's probably feeling really crisp right now. And we're going to be playing actually really soon, like literally after I record this team builder. We're going to be playing. It's Saturday right now when I'm going to be uploading this. It's probably going to be later this evening, hopefully, if I can make it in time. But yeah, match is going up tomorrow, of course, as always. This is going to be pretty interesting because I have to win. I can't lose this. otherwise we're out. So we gotta try to win this game for sure. He has a team which I believe is unchanged from last time. It's the same team as last time, which is Celesteela, Thunderous Therian, Nidoqueen, Vaporeon, Porygon 2, Azelf, Hitmonlee, Zygarde 10%, Darmanitan, Shiftry, and a Gardevoir. So the list should appear to your right momentarily. Now, taking a look at his team once again, I feel that last time, okay, so just going over things that happened last time, first of all. We were able to do really well with Virizion. We were able to late game clean his entire team with Virizion. So I'm thinking that because of that instance, or because that scenario happened last time, he's probably not going to bring so many things that will get destroyed by Virizion. So he's probably going to try to make sure that he's not Virizion weak. By him making sure that he's not Virizion weak, we got to take advantage maybe of another side and try to exploit one of his team weaknesses. So let's take a look at the team that I got here. I have here the first Pokemon, which is actually Gravity Landorus. So like I said, I'm going to be inching my heat into playoffs right now. As we get to finals, you'll be seeing a lot more heat, hopefully. If if there's something that really works, and I'll probably just use it. Since this is do or die right now. This is stunt or die out here, and if we die, we die. So we're gonna try to stunt but not die. So we got Chimcat here, the Landorus Therian with Gravity Swords Dance. So because of his Celesteela I think his Celesteela last time was a main switch into my Landorus, and plus a lot of people think that I'll always bring Choice Scarf, which is true most of the time. But I wanted to bring a different Landorus here. So Yache Berry Landorus allows me to play more recklessly with Pokemon that obviously have ice moves. For instance, versus Thunderous Therian, he'll overpredict and go for a move that's not HP Ice, so I could take advantage of that and go for knockoff, getting rid of whatever item it has. Alternatively, like Pokemon like Azelf, which can possibly carry Ice Punch or HP Ice, that can check that really well with knockoff. Even Nidoqueen, Earthquake, and stuff like that. Even if he has like Shuca Berry Nidoqueen, we're faster than Nidoqueen, and we can Earthquake, we live Ice Beam. So I feel like the Yache Berry is great. Plus the gravity is going to ground that Celesteela, which means that we could hit it with Earthquake. And SD is just nice in case he wants to bring walls like Vaporeon and things like that, where if we are able to set up, like if he brings like let's say Celesteela Vaporeon or Celesteela something else, we can SD up, and then he'll probably be scared and something and switch out, and something will take a lot of damage. So SD is really nice in terms of us not getting walled, while Gravity is nice in terms of us beating things that would normally check Landorus. So I figured that this set would be cool. I have a lot of defense investment, or I have a decent amount of bulk at least, really good amount of offense, so hopefully this thing can put in a good amount of work here. And the knockoff is great because one of my strategies are going to be pretty much just trying to knock off that Porygon if he decides to bring it, because the next Pokemon that I have here is actually what I'm basing this team around. Besides Gravity Landorus to sort of put us in a really good position initially, Dragonite is going to be the main sweeper on this team. So I'm hoping that we can try to sweep with Dragonite, because the goal that I'm going with for this match is that now that he knows that Virizion it gives him a potential hole, he's going to try to patch that up, but I'm hoping that it opens up a pathway for Dragonite, because his team is very weak to Virizion plus Dragonite. So Dragonite's going to be really cool if we can potentially be able to make that put in work. So we're running Dragonite's 3 attacks, E-Speed. I mean, it's just great because it hits so many things on his team, while we have also Fire Punch, which I think last time I brought Thunder Punch, I'm not too sure. I think I had a Flynium Z with Thunder Punch last time. And I think I saw like Wakan Berry on his Celesteela last time. He had like Thunderous Therian. So I think Fire Punch is a lot better. It hits Celesteela, and I don't think he'll be running an Aqua Berry, because I don't really have any I don't have any fire types for that matter. So he wouldn't run Aqua Berry, which means we don't even necessarily have to knock off its item to do well against Celesteela. So Adam in Nature is just so nice because it just plows through his entire team. He's got a lot of frail Pokemon, and the frail Pokemon being like Darmanitan, Shiftry, Gardevoir's kind of frail if he's not defensive. What else? Azelf is pretty frail. Thundurus, Therian's frail. So E-Speed is going to be doing a ton, especially after Dragon Dance, while we have Fire Punch to, I guess, punch holes through Celesteela. Outrage with the Dragonium Z. After Stealth Rock, it's going to be hit. It's going to completely destroy Vaporeon. It's going to destroy Porygon, especially after we knock off a Violet, or if we get Rocks up. And he'll be tracing our multi-scale. If he has Trace ability, he'll be tracing multi-scale. So definitely like the chip on that's going to be worth it. So Dragonite's really the main sweeper of this team, and it's nothing like too heat, but it's something that it's going to put, I feel like it's going to put in so much work going into this game. So I'm hoping that we can do that when I play him soon. Now, we also have a Muck here, so we have an Assault Vest Muck. I'm not running the Figgy Berry set, it's too common, so I wanted to bring Assault Vest once again, as, you know, we can see how it works this time, and I feel like it actually, because it's going to put in a decent amount of work, versus things like Thundurus Therian, which it can check really well, since, as you'll soon see by the rest of the team, I'm not really packing too many Thundurus checks this time, or Thundurus counters this time, like, or yeah, checks, because last time I brought Scarf Lando, which, I mean, now I'm a slower Lando, but I do have Yachi Berry. So like we have plenty of things for Thundurus, so I figured Assault Vest is really nice, especially for you know, it helps me Pursuit Trap potentially the Thundurus. I don't think he'd bring the same Berry Azelf that he brought last time with Natural Gift, because that's just a one trick kind of thing. I'm not gonna fall for that again. So yeah, the nice Assault Vest Muck can help Pursuit Trap things like Azelf, even Thundurus and Gardevoir. Helps me check Shiftry, which is awesome, and just knocks off a lot of things. Like he doesn't really have too many good knockoff switch-ins, to be honest, and I don't think he'd bring Hitmonlee. Like the Pokemon that I'm thinking he'd probably bring his Celesteela, his Thundurus Therian. I think he'll probably bring one of his ground types this time, like Nidoqueen or Zygarde, if not both, I feel. If he wants to bring Porygon and like Vaporeon and stuff like that, then like I said, you know, it's gonna be opening up pathways for Virizion to plow through his team. So I feel like maybe this time he might not bring it. I'm not too sure, but if he does decide not to bring it, then he's going to be obviously going on a more offensive route, which our team can handle pretty well, especially since Dragonite destroys fast-paced offense with E-Speed and things like that. Now the Muck can be really cool to trap things and just help out, I guess, D-Knight and stuff, and just to wear things down and whittle things down so that Dragonite can sweep in the end. So let's go ahead and take a look at the last 3 mons here. And yeah, we got Virizion, Cress, and Empoleon. So let's talk about Virizion real quick. Figured that because it did so well last time, I would bring it again this time so that he'd have that Pokemon to think in the back of his mind. And while he's dealing with that, we're trying to find a way where Dragonite can sweep. So that's kind of my goal going into this game here, is to see if you know, we can use Virizion as a way. Like if he brings a Virizion weak team, obviously Virizion's going to be doing a ton to his team. It's going to be doing a good amount of work. But if he brings a lot of things for Virizion, then in that way I feel like Dragonite's going to be putting a lot of work there. So it's pretty much like, I feel like depending on, it doesn't matter what he brings, I feel like he's either going to be weak to Virizion or Dragonite, if not both. Like I don't see a way on his team where he can be not weak to both. So we'll see if that makes any sense. So the SD Virizion's cool because, I mean, Leaf Blade Close Combat hits literally everything on his team, while Stone Edge can help us out versus the Thundurus. If it's like a full HP Thundurus or something, then Stone Edge obviously is going to be there to help us out for that. And Lumberry because he loves to try to go for Scald and Toxic and things like that. So we'll have that, which is going to be really useful in order for us to avoid status from, you know, Vaporeon, Porygon, and things like that. Now, the next Pokemon we got here is going to be Cresselia. So we got Cress in Peace once again. Last time I brought a Sub-CM, Psyshock, and Ice Beam set where Vaporeon was able to roar me out every time, so I could not do anything at all until I, of course, got rid of Vaporeon. Then Cress became a win condition, so I don't want that to happen. I want Cress to always be a win condition, so I decided to run Toxic on this because of the fact that Toxic can wear stuff down like Vaporeon. So this time if he brings it, and if he goes for like Roar or something, we get off a Toxic, that thing's going to get whittled down fast, and then Cress is going to be in, you know, a really good position at that point in time. And I mean, running a good amount of speed here, because I feel like running a lot of speed on Cress in this matchup is really good, because firstly we can get off fast subs, we can you know, Calm Mind up relatively quickly, or a lot quicker than usual, and Psyshock things. I feel like that's going to be really fun, especially if we're faster than things like Nidoqueen, if he's not running like a max speed investment or something. And yeah, other than that, I mean, it's just a pretty common Sub-CM Cress that I've brought. I mean, I don't think it's common in standard play, but it's just a nice solid way of dealing with his pretty much the entirety of his team. only thing walling it is Shiftry, I guess, and Celesteela that's not at -1, because the Heavy Slam is gonna break our substitute easily from Celesteela, unless of course it is intimidated. And if Celesteela is intimidated, then we can sub CM pretty well over it. So like mainly the priorities that I'm going into this match for, I'm positive he's gonna bring Celesteela, is that we have to knock off his leftovers or whatever item it has so that it cannot recover. Try to get up rocks and things like that throughout his, because his hazard control mons literally are Hitmonlee and Shiftry, which means that rocks are going to be so nice. That's why I have Empoleon here, because Empoleon is so useful versus his team in terms of getting up rocks. So yeah, I mean, Crest is just a nice Pokemon. It's a good win condition. The win conditions on our team are Dragonite, Virizion, and Crest, and I feel like those 3 Pokemon just destroy his team, and I'm hoping that it does for this match. Landorus is just great because it's able to deal with things that would otherwise cause potential problems, because maybe there might be a good Celesteela set he comes up with that can deal with Dragonite pretty well, or even like Virizion, maybe like Air Slash or something, and maybe even Crest, I don't know. But yeah, I feel like that Lando is going to help us out a lot. Gravity Landorus, this is the first time I'm bringing Gravity, so this should be pretty fun, and see if we can put in some work there. But definitely knock off the priority in this, going into this match. If we can knock off his items and get up rocks, then we win with Dragonite or Virizion, or even Crest. So last Pokemon, like I said, is Empoleon for rocks purposes, defogging. This time I'm running Shuca Berry. Last time I brought a Wakanberry for Thundurus. I feel like he'll be more prepared for that, so this time I'm bringing Shuca Berry in case he decides to stack up on the ground types. And I feel like that's going to be great because it's going to help us out, get up rocks. It can help us check that Zygarde 10% because of the fact that Thousand Arrows becomes neutral after the Shuca Berry, or it takes less damage obviously, so that Ice Beam will be able to knock that out. Ice Beam is because of the fact that I feel like Shiftry is more of a threat a little bit. Well, not really too much of a threat, but I just want something to hit like Shiftry, to hit Zygarde. Also hits Thundurus for super effective damage, so Ice Beam is pretty cool there. And that's pretty much the team overall. So match is going up tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed, and let's see what we can do here. Let's see if we can pull off a W and go into the semifinals, and we're going to be facing either Gio or John in that game, so hopefully we can make it there. I don't want to cut this runoff short, I guess you could say. So I want to be able to win this game so we can move on to semis and hopefully finals and try to win that. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think, of course, and if you're all excited, and looking forward to hearing from you all as always. I will see you guys for the match tomorrow. And yeah, let's just go into this and see what we can do here. I'm pretty prepared with this team. Like we were supposed to play like last week, but I think like things came up for him, so he couldn't really manage to play at that time. So we just scheduled for literally today when the Team Bros is supposed to go up. So yeah, I'm about to play him too. So hopefully we can come through, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.